It's appropriate I'm in Orlando today, coming from Washington, D.C., coming from one Mickey Mouse operation to another.
His twice-weekly column appears in over 450 newspapers nationwide. Cal Thomas is one of the most widely read and highly regarded voices on the American political scene. And for the next few brief moments, you're going to get a rarely seen, up-close and personal insight into the life of this extraordinary and unique man.
Well, I was born in Washington, D.C., which I understand is rather unusual for this transient city. Grew up here, went to school here, graduated from college here. I've lived here most of my life so far. Lived in New York once and Houston twice, but always came back here. I'm one of the few who actually like the city. A lot of people who come here from other places can't wait to get away from it. It is rather pretentious. It is self-centered sometimes, but hey, so is Hollywood, which is one reason Washington and Hollywood have such an interesting synergy. I started in radio when I was 16, joined NBC News as a copy boy when I was 18, and depending on your view of the news business, worked my way up or down from there. Broadcast journalism was my first love and what I did for most of my career until 1984, when this column literally dropped out of the blue into my lap, and no one was sure whether it would be successful, least of all me, or most of all me, but that was now 14 and a half years ago, and we just crossed 450 papers in all 50 states, and hoping to pass George Will shortly and have bragging rights for #1 political columnist in the country.
Is this an evidence, Cal Thomas, that this guy is just not going to be stopped, or is evidence of overkill? Remember Lawrence Walsh, who did Iran-Contra forever?
Yeah. Well, as the promo for the new movie Godzilla says, size does matter, Chris. I mean, this is pretty impressive stuff. But, you know, they got some great cover-up artists over there at the White House, starting with the president. And they've got to go into every nook and cranny that they can find. This is the best bunch I've ever seen in this town. This makes Nixon's people look like pikers. Everybody can learn from him. I think the political scientists and the historians are going to be investigating and studying the cover-up tactics of these people for years.
A writer of force and clarity, Mr. Thomas has authored 9 books, including A Freedom Dream, Occupied Territory, Uncommon Sense, and Things That Matter Most.
I think it's important for anybody writing about national affairs to get out of Washington, this inside the Beltway mentality where people go to the same social functions, they see the same people, they only read each other's stuff or watch each other's things on TV, is very damaging to a proper assessment of where the country is. So one of the benefits of going out and speaking at corporate events or other occasions is to get feedback from the people.
In addition to his journalistic and literary achievements, Mr. Thomas lectures frequently on college campuses and is in great demand as a speaker for private, public, and corporate audiences worldwide.